Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an n8n AI chatbot for Instagram. So this is going to be able to respond to DMs, whether you're using it for business or other purposes. It's able to input a language model and you can build it out however you want to. So for those of you who don't know, you actually can't link Instagram directly to n8n currently. It's because Instagram restricts it. So you need to go through a platform called ManyChat. The problem is with a lot of people trying to automate right now just using just ManyChat. ManyChat's quite limited. You may have seen some influencers asking you to write a specific word. So it's predefined responses. So it's not really AI responses. I know they do have other AI kind of responses here, but you can't build it out and have the freedom as you can with n8n. So today I'm going to show you how to connect n8n to ManyChat and ManyChat to your Instagram. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a webhook. Now a webhook is essentially where we can pull the data in from ManyChat. So when someone DMs you on Instagram, that is, goes to ManyChat, and from there the webhook pulls that information in. So with the HTTP method, we want to change it to post because we're receiving information. Path always stays the same. We don't have any authentication because we don't want to, that's if you require password or any additional security features. And with respond, we want the data to flow through each node before we send back a response to whoever DM'd you. So we want to change this to when last node finishes. Obviously it says return data of the last executed node. And finally, we want to put it in first entry JSON because our language model is JSON. Next, we're gonna put an AI agent. Right, so now we have the AI agent and we want to put our chat model. So you can use any, I use OpenAI, which is already linked to my account. Let me know if you guys want to know how to do that, but it's pretty straightforward. Right, so now what we want to do is click require specific output format. No, sorry, we want to change this to define below, and we want to do a code here. JSON message dot body sorry, no, it's JSON body got mixed up dot message, just like that. And then we can click an option for system message, so we can say hi, you Xavier, you own new cut. So I'm pretending I'm a barber shop. $50 cut. Alright, so this is just an example. Obviously, when you're doing it for yourself, you can make this as detailed as you want. And in the next video, I'm actually going to show you how to create a RAG model, which is pretty much you can input all the information that you want to give this AI agent, so it knows everything about the business. Right. Right. Now that's done, we want to create a HTTP request. So essentially, this is where it gives the information back to. This is where it gives the information back to ManyChat. So we want to change this to post. The URL. So the URL is always going to be the same, pretty much. I'll put this in my Skool's account, but you can copy this in. So essentially, that's just the URL from ManyChat that sends it back to their interfaces. However, obviously, as you know, we're each doing it on our own, so we need to, essentially give it the password of how to log in. So we go to generic credential type, header authentication. Now I'm going to create a new connection. Actually, let me create a new one so you guys see. So click create new credentials. Authorization. Now in the value, this is where we need to actually go to ManyChat. So here we have ManyChat homepage. You go to create an account. It's not free, but you do get 2 weeks off, and then it's like $15 a week. So if you're running, a big business, and I know a lot of people already have this, it's not that expensive, and you can build out however you want. So once you create ManyChat, the first thing you want to do is you want to link it to your Instagram account or your business account. So I've already done that. All you got to do is go into settings, Instagram, and then link it by typing in your username. Next, you want to go into APIs, and you want to generate your API key at the top. So once you do that, you want to copy this key, go back into n8n, and you got to write this exactly as this. Again, all of my schools, bearer, space, and then code. So essentially, this is what it's saying is that you're giving authorization to log into that ManyChat specific account. Alright, so we save that. This is credential successfully created. Next thing I want to do is want to add bodies, headers. Use field below. I'm just going to copy this in. So we've got content type. We want to allow it to send back content types like the message, and we're telling it that the application is going to be in JSON like we discussed before. Add a new parameter. Again, the authorization, same as before, and again we're telling it that we're giving it access. So copy this key. Then we're going to add a body. Click using JSON. Now there's a bit of coding here. It's going to be on my schools again. I'm just going to copy it in and I'm going to explain it to you guys. Right. Essentially, what it's doing is it's telling ManyChat, hey, we are going to send back to you the contact ID. So whoever DM'd you, this is the data that's coming back. It's them. V2, that's just ManyChat's version. We're going to tell ManyChat, hey, it's Instagram that's messaging you back. And then we're going to tell ManyChat, hey, we're giving you back the text. So what someone's DM'd you. Now there's just a bit of formatting here just to make sure that the way the text comes back is easy to read for JSON. Right, essentially the workflow is now completed. Now what we want to do though is want to go to ManyChat and we want to create a automation. So click this, new automation, and we want to go start from scratch. Alright, so now we don't want to, when someone DMs you, you don't want it to send a response back on Instagram. You want to link it to n8n and have n8n send that request. So what you want to do is click, you want to delete this. Sure why it's done that. Looks like my ManyChat is glitched. Let me just pull it up on the page. Right. Let me do that again, sorry guys. I'll delete this one. Right, new automation, start from scratch. We delete it. And we add an action. So this is how we're going to link ManyChat to our n8n. Alright, we click the action and we want to do a HTTP request. So what does that mean? We want to send the data to a server, which is our n8n. Alright, so now that we go in here, what we want to do is we want to go back to n8n. Go to our webhook. At the top, you see production URL. So obviously, what we said before was that the webhook is receiving data. So what we're doing now is we're giving ManyChat who to send that data to. So we put that in. Now we go to body. We're going to do a bit of coding here, but I'll explain it in a second. So we want to write contact. Let's go ID. Message. Alright, so once we write contact, so what we want to do now is we want to write contact ID here. And we want to do last text input. Brief explanation is that now that we're saying that we want to send the data when someone DMs you to n8n, right? But what data? So we're saying that we want to give them the contact ID. So contact ID is just a number associated with each user. Let's say person 1 messages you on Instagram. So their contact ID is 1, and the message is just whatever they messaged you. Now a new user comes in. So how does n8n know it's a different person and to respond back to them? So let's say person 2 messages you. Now this changes to 2, and this is the text that they messaged you with. Alright, so now that's done, we can set this to live. Now we got to link this to our Instagram. So what you do is you go down to settings, go to Instagram, select existing. Oh, looks like it wasn't set to live. Set live. Sorry, didn't look like it saved. Let me just do it quickly again. Probably didn't save it. Save, set live, settings, Instagram, select existing, done. Pick this automation. Okay, we can overflow. Now you can see that when the user sends you a direct message, a DM, sends it through to your n8n, the n8n picks it up, sends it to your AI agent, which knows a bit about your business, and you can build on that. It creates a response, sends it back. So it's pretty simple. Well, I'm going to build on this in the next video, now how you can give it memory. You can do unlimited things with this. So let's try it out now. So I'm in that business account, so I'll be messaging on my personal. So let me just say, how much is a haircut, and see what it gives it. Let's see what happened. Oh, sorry, I need to activate the workflow. Try it again. Right, let's see if we received an execution. Sorry, so you got to go down to ManyChat, and you want to turn this button on. Another thing to note, that was actually a good one, because what you want to do is change this to every time as well. I think when you start out, it goes to once per 24 hours, so it's not going to work. You want it to trigger every time you get a message. Alright, so this should work now. How much is a haircut? As you go, it's automatically responded. A haircut, a new cut is $50. So here you go, guys. So that's my full automation, and let's build on it in the next video. It's a pretty simple one, but essentially this will allow you to create on the back end, as many things as you want with your Instagram account. And if you're running a business, and you don't want to be DMing people all day, or you're busy at work, this can do it for you. All right, thanks for listening, guys.